Hi guys, and welcome to a new video series called Back to Basics World of Tanks, or B2BWT. It's going to run along the same lines as Woot 2 episodes. And today, what we're going to do is we're literally going back to basics. So before you can start tromping around in your monstrous tier 9s, tier 10s, let's go back to the beginning, shall we? When you first load into World of Tanks, you're greeted by a whole bunch of tier 1s and all these buttons and all this and all that, and you're thinking, what do I do? Cobra's got you. So what we're going to do is, if we take a look at my tech tree and we go to France, we'll see I really haven't played the French at all. So I've already gone ahead and got the Renault FT. You're going to see me use the Renault FT. Now, before you get all over in doubt about why doesn't my water tanks look like yours, it's simple. I have mods. Now, mods allow you to alter your game client, not your game files, okay? So you can't cheat, but what it does do is it adds a second row of tanks. For example, if I go to All Nations, as you can see, I have quite a large number of tanks. Quite a large number. And so I'm going to make this simple by just going to France. Go. That'll only show my French tanks. And this is the only French tank I have. Now, before I go into anything about this, about why is this button flashing and all this fun stuff, let me explain something to you. You see this little red book here that says Battle Tutorial? Click it. You'll get a pop-up that says Battle Training. Reward for completion, 600 credits, 300 EXP. Approximate time for completion is 5 minutes. Click Start. Training area. This is where you, the player, will get to fight AI bots. Now, you can't rank up doing this, but what you can do is use this to help you get the basics.
Welcome to Battle Training. Here you will learn to control your tank and destroy enemy vehicles.
And as you can see, I'm in an M4 Sherman. I'm not in my French.
Time to roll out.
Point the camera at the military vehicle next to your tank. Move the mouse left and right. The turret follows the camera as you move it. Point the camera at the ambulance next to your tank. Move to the designated location. Move along the road. Take care not to damage buildings or vehicles.
Oh, why not?
Congratulations, you've learned to control your tank. Move to the firing position. It is marked on the mini-map in the bottom right corner of the screen. When crossing the swamp, note that difficult terrain reduces vehicle speed and maneuverability.
Don't say that, chap.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Gotcha.
Use the mouse to aim your gun at the enemy. When you aim directly at the enemy vehicle, it is outlined in red. Move to the firing position. It is marked on the mini-map in the bottom right corner of the screen.
For some reason the training room seems to have issues with some reticle. But that's okay. As you can see, we're doing the training mission together. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
We didn't even scratch them.
Destroy the enemy
Enemy
vehicle.
armor is hit.
Before you fire, wait for the aiming circle to snap onto the target.
That one
Enable
didn't go
auto
through.
aim. To avoid
Ready
being an
to
easy
fire.
target, in a real battle, you'll have to keep moving.
penetrate their armor.
Enable auto aim for easier aiming on the move.
We didn't penetrate
Destroy
their
the
armor.
enemy vehicle while you're on the move. You don't need to take aim
Penetration.
now. Auto aim will do the job for you.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor armor is
For some reason,
damaged.
your aim automatically targets the center of the turret.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Good job. You have destroyed a heavily armored enemy vehicle. Move to the marked position and detect the enemy. Find and destroy the last enemy tank. You can only detect enemy vehicles within your view range. Hide in the bushes to conceal your position. Use bushes and foliage to make your tank harder to detect. Note that stationary vehicles are less visible.
Penetration.
Destroy the enemy vehicle. To hit a moving target at long range, aim at the front or ahead of the
Enemy
enemy
armor is
tank.
damaged. Critical hit. Enemy is hit. We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Congratulations! You have learned to conceal your position and fire at long-range targets. Training completed successfully.
Stop. And there you go, guys. Just earned 300 EXP and 600 credits. See? Right there. And, well, once you've done that, you can do it as many times as you want. You won't keep getting the credits and the EXP, but you will do it as many times as you want. Now that we've got that 300 EXP, what do we do with it? Well, click this. Here's the thing. See this button that says research? Let's click it. Now you're being doubted with a whole bunch of icons. Relax, just relax. First things first. This is how you progress on in that nation. Now, nations are America, British, touche, the Germans, the French, the Russians, the Chinese, Japanese, and so, with that being said, let's go back to the French. Now, unlocking your tracks or suspension increases the weight of the tank, which means it can carry more stuff. It also helps with the traverse speed, the toning of the chassis of the tank. Okay? Engines, of course, make you go faster. Radios, of course, let you communicate with your fellow tankers a lot easier. Guns, of course, the cannons increase what damage you can do, etc., etc. And then the turret. The turret gives you more hit points and better overall armor for the turret. Usually. There are some tanks out there that have a complete opposite when getting a newer turret. I'll explain that in a different episode. But for now, this is how you can progress on into other nations. Now, I've already got and unlocked all of this with my free EXP from my other tanks. But, seeing as how you're new, you won't have that free EXP. So, with your 300 EXP, let's see, you could easily, see, for 80 EXP you could unlock the tracks. For 30 EXP you can unlock the second engine. Or for 40 EXP, or an additional 40 EXP, you can unlock the third engine. And for 100 EXP, the radio. For 30 EXP, a Hotchkiss machine gun. For 40 EXP, the turret. So, let's say we want to go get the turret. So, we've researched the turret, we purchase it. That and now allows us to search the gun and the turret. Now, the turret's 40, the gun is 30, that's 70, and the tracks was 80. So, 8 plus 7 is... That's right, 140. So, you've still got some EXP left over. Why not unlock the first engine? That's 200. Then the last engine, 240. Maybe the radio even. Nope, don't have enough for the radio. Damn. Do you have enough for the other gun? 150? No, you don't. But now you've got an upgraded tank before you get into battle. Now you won't be able to do this with all your tanks, okay? But we're just using the French for now as an option. Now because I've gone and unlocked everything, I have an option that you won't have just yet, which is above your crew, which is here on the left as you see me highlighting. You'll see a little box that says Accelerate Crew Training. I'm going to turn that on. Spend all experience earned on this vehicle on crew training. The least experienced crew member is trained twice as fast. To resume accumulating experience, turn on Accelerate Crew Training off. Now we don't want that. I want it on. So here we go. Now, you're thinking, well, what's this red box? It says Services. Click it. You'll be greeted with this pop-up. Now, repairs automatically. Yes. I honestly believe that that checkbox should be on by default, but Wargaming don't do that. Now, resupply ammunition automatically. Again, I believe that that box should be checked automatically, but again, Wargaming does not. Now, ammunition types. This is where specific guns or cannons can fire specific types of shells. I'll go into those in another video, not this one. And then here, consumables. Now, again, I'll go into consumables in another video. I'm going to end this video in a few minutes. We'll click accept. There. You've just bought the ammunition for this tank. Now, if like me you are a supporter of Wargaming and you've purchased gold, there are various ways of purchasing gold. It'll be listed here under your gold amount. Now what can you buy with gold? Well, you can buy premium tanks like this one, the FCM 36 Pack 40, or if you have enough gold you can even go ahead and buy the FCM 50T. Now unfortunately I don't have enough gold for the FCM 50T, but I do for the FCM 36 Pack 40. Now will I buy it? No, I'm not going to be buying that because that's not what this tutorial is about. But that's what the gold is for. The gold can also be used, as you can see here, to purchase additional garage slots. Now, garage slots allows you to have more tanks, as you see in my lineup, in your garage. Consider it like you building an extra room, an add-on for your garage, so you can fit all these tanks under one roof. Kind of like a museum, if you will. Now, what are these boxes? Plain and simple. We're gonna find out what these boxes are and what they do, and etc, etc. So, this box is what's known as complex equipment. Now, a complex equipment can be something as simple as a camouflage net, binocular telescopes, improved ventilation, light spore liner armor, enhanced gun laying drive, coated optics, or a toolbox. Now, not all tanks get the same complex equipment. Some have what's known as national complex equipment. For example, the Germans get what's called additional grommets. Those go on their tracks and allow them to go through really soft terrain a lot more easier. Okay? America, they get vertical gun stabilizers at an earlier tier than anyone else. So each nation has their pros and their cons. Don't forget, guys, don't just play around. Once you've found a nation that you like, you may be French and think French tanks are for me. Try them. If they're not for you, don't be that shocked. I'm British, as you know, but if we look at my British tanks, I've only got 5. I actually prefer American tanks. Why? Because they have mobility. I like mobility over practically anything else. Now, I'll get into nations and bonuses of what they have in another video. But for now, I'm going to end this episode here. And I always end my episodes with stay safe, have fun, keep your shows flying, keep your enemies dying. Cobra Commander is out.